One. Right, Adam, how are we getting on?
All good, all good.
Spot on, spot on. Well, look, I just want to run through your journey, where you were before, right through to where you're at now, everything that you've been through or whatnot. Obviously, I get a ton of guys reaching out to me on social media, want to get up and go in the space. But yeah, to start with, tell me what was life like before you started doing remote sales? What were you doing for work? What was life like essentially?
Yeah, so a lot of people come into this as tradies, but I wasn't. I was working in sales in a wholesale food company. And now I did actually enjoy my job. I didn't mind doing what I was doing. It was just the time, like, and the freedom. Like as you can see, I live out here in the Canary Islands now, like,
Mhm.
where I was at home in Ireland, and you're stuck basically working all day long, and then you're you're basically working flat out, and you come back and you play football or whatever you do, and it's just the same cycle. Whereas now I can chill out, enjoy my time, and basically I was working a job that I enjoyed, but the time was something I was chasing, the freedom. And then basically I stumbled across content from yourself and Conrad, and then it was basically I wanted to get started.
Yeah, yeah, 100%. Yeah, because even like coming across the content and stuff, like what was your thought process with it? Because obviously, because how old are you now?
22 now.
22. So had you done that since school or how'd that look?
Um, since about 17, 18, I finished school, and as soon as I finished school, I just went straight into it.
Right, okay. So obviously you were doing that for like 4 years. Like, what was your thought process? Like, when did you actually know, like, right, I can't be doing this long term. I'm gonna have to look into something else.
Well, I started in the business doing deliveries, working in the warehouse, and then delivery driving. And then I was doing business and marketing alongside it in uni,
Okay.
but I was traveling up to uni, so I was still working 4 days and 4 or 5 days a week and going to uni at the same time. So it was a case of basically like I might have done 4 or 5 hours in the morning and then straight away then to uni for the afternoon. So it was jam packed, like. And I moved into sales because that's what I was doing in uni, and it made sense to try and go down that path. But no matter what it was doing, you could be doing any job, but if you're stuck, 9 to 5, and you can't go anywhere, travel anywhere, have the freedom, or you know, obviously have to have money, so you have to do it. But unless you can find another way, and I've always been interested in being an entrepreneur and running my own business, like. I done Gaelic gloves and goalkeeping gloves, sports stuff, and started a business doing that. And that's just something that runs passively, like. But I needed something to do completely remote and do it from anywhere.
Yeah, right, okay. So you always had that fire within you, really. Now, with your uni and working full time, are you still doing uni now, or how's that look?
Yeah, qualified last year,
Right,
so
okay, okay.
I knew
S-
from about last year onwards when I seen the content, I knew I had to get started, and I give myself a year basically to finish uni and save money and also learn the skills.
Right, okay. Because a lot of people will reach out to me thinking that they don't have time. You're obviously working full time before, and you're doing uni or whatever.
Mhm.
How was your schedule? Like even starting out in the program, how did you schedule your day and stuff, learning the skills? Because a lot of people get confused by this.
Well, I was, as you can imagine, working full time. I was in uni and I was playing two sports.
Right.
So you have no excuse to not make the time if you want to.
Yeah.
And also have a girlfriend as well. So you have to actually make time for it. And that's what I was doing. You have to make sacrifices. If it was a case of I was coming back from work, finishing and starting at 7:30, finishing at 4, coming back, having a cup of tea, straight on the laptop, learning till training at 7 o'clock or 7:30, and then back at 9 o'clock, shower, food, back on till midnight, and then just the cycle.
Yeah.
You have to make time. Like there's no way about saying that it's easy and you sign up and then you're basically making money from the start. You actually have to work for it. Like, but I think time's a terrible excuse because if you want it, you can make it. Like.
Yeah, 100%. So you had the missus studying, working, and playing sport as well, you still found time. It's because I get so many guys reach out to me, oh, like, how much do I need to put into this? And I'm always like, look, just an hour, maybe 2 hours a night, if you
Yeah,
can, and you'll be
yeah,
fine. You just make sure you're actually working when you're working. Like,
yeah.
now, even for you, then, from the time you started to like, what's your journey been like in terms of landing a role? Did you start with setting? Did you move from there? Like, how did everything go from that?
Yeah, so basically, when I started out, I actually got a satin role without any training or without anything. And basically, before I'd even joined the program, now I joined the program after getting a role. And some people might say that sounds madness, but I done it because I actually wanted to get better and I knew that I was only scratching the surface. And I was like, if I really want to get better, I really want to do it, then I need to do it properly. And also for me, I always had seen the closing and I wanted that was something I wanted to do. So it was the progression that you actually have to put in the work and do it. So I had the setting role and then I left it because I literally couldn't balance doing the setting and learning at the same time. But I prioritized the actual learning of it because I thought it would benefit me more in the long run, and it definitely has.
Yeah, right, okay. Because yeah, like I always say to guys, like the all the information's out there with setting,
Yeah,
closing. You could go out there and land a role if you want. Now, performing in that role and whether that role is a good role is a different story. And obviously, with closing, it is a completely different ballgame in terms of getting
yeah,
feedback and whatnot. So when you got started, even with the program, so you focused on closing after that, did you? And just going
yeah,
into replays and stuff.
yeah,
What's your journey been like since that then, since starting the program and then going from there? Like, what was so you quit that role to learn
yeah,
more on the closing. Then how did you go
yeah.
from
So I done basically as much as I could, and I was basically other guys within the network is massive that you can actually learn with and give feedback on, and basically studying with someone else. It gives you a bit of motivation. It's like a gym partner, somebody that can, whenever you feel like shite and you don't want to continue, that give you a boost and give you a text and say, listen, let's go get on here at 6 o'clock or whatever it was, and let's do it for an hour. Um, in terms of my journey, then I done 3 or 4 months, and I landed a role. Now the role that I landed, it was a good role, but I didn't perform. Now the reason I didn't perform was I uh I was trying to be somebody that I wasn't. I was trying to replicate other people instead of actually being myself. And I found that basically it was like, you can't do this trying to be somebody else. You have to find your own way of speaking, your own kind of your own yourself. Basically, you have to be yourself. And after I found that out, then it came to a time where it was a wee bit quiet, and I just packed it in. Probably shouldn't have. But then obviously we came back in and we were speaking, and basically I came in within 2 weeks, had landed a role as a setter again because I wanted to progress, so I wanted something to start with. Within 2 weeks of that, I was closing due to my performance and actually knowing and understanding what it was and the skills that I learned had benefit the company. So I've actually progressed onto that now. Like,
yeah, right, okay. So the difference second time round, do you think, yeah, like what was the difference there? Like, so are you full-time closing now?
yeah.
You went from setting just straight to closing after 2 weeks compared to the rule
Mhm.
before where you seen you struggle a
Yeah.
little bit.
Yeah. So basically I was more myself, more comfortable in speaking the way I do, my own mannerisms,
Mhm.
and also just like the skills and everything that you learn are the same. Like it's nothing's like been different. The only thing that's changed is that I've understood, what I need to do or who I am or what I am like, and was able to think I closed at around 65% there last month,
Right. Wow.
which is impressive. Like if you know and the standard,
Yeah.
but it's nothing to do with me, like my skills and what I've learned. Because if you learn them skills, they stay with you, and that's nothing. Nothing's changed in that department. It's just I've been better and understood what I can do and speak the way I am and actually sell properly and not being someone I'm not.
Yeah, 100%. And just for people who are watching this, like, you're off at the moment. Just give a bit of a rundown on that, like what it is and all of
Yeah.
that.
So it's a marketing agency, and the offers are so it is. I work in Australian and in the UK. So for Australian, it's 3K, 6K, and 20K, and then UK it's 1500 to 3K and 10K. So now I've pretty good partnership with the guys. So just last week, basically, I've signed on to basically owning 40% of the company.
Wow, unreal.
Um, so two of the guys that started it, one of the guys basically moved on, and there was an opportunity, and I was like, you know what, I may as well because I made more than I would ever my job in a month. So basically now instead of getting a closure rate, I'm getting 40% of nearly everything that comes in. Like
Yeah,
so, it
unreal.
worked really well, and in terms of like some things like this can happen, and it can happen quite often, more often than you probably think
Yeah.
with changes, especially in the online business. So now with that, we're able to basically pay our setters bonuses and pay a lot more because I'm earning a lot more. Like so, it's worked out probably the best for everyone.
Yeah, 100%. I think a lot of people think they always come to sales thinking, oh, just set and closing, and that's it. They
Yeah,
forget the progression with that as well, manager rules or whatnot, and also getting the skills to actually, like you're saying there, you're basically a co-owner of the business now, just simply
yeah.
by making a very good impression. So even the next thing I want to ask is like your life now. Obviously, I can see behind you, you're in a different country. What's life now like compared to before? What's your day-to-day looking like?
So day to day now, because I was saying I work in Australia and in the UK, so I open my calendar from about 6:30 to in the morning to about 10 o'clock and about 10, 10:30.
Mhm.
And as you can see, because the sun comes up in the morning, and then I work till then, and then I have 5 or 6 hours off to enjoy the sun, go to the gym, lie by the pool, go for lunch, whatever it is I want to do. And then I come back, work a wee bit in the evening when the sun sets, and then that's me then for the rest of the night. And then same again in the morning. So you can choose, obviously I can choose my hours. I might be working 6 or 7 hours a day, which is what I want to do. Like if I didn't want to do it, I wouldn't. I would have less, but I'm happy doing it because the sun sets here about 6:30. So I work from maybe 6 o'clock to maybe 7 or 8, and then that's me then for the rest of the evening, back again in the morning.
Unreal, unreal. Well, look, whereabouts are you now? Canary Islands, yeah?
Canary Islands, Gran Canaria, yeah.
Yeah, right, unreal. I'm going to finish on this one. Like, so that's an unreal journey from where you were before, even like land setting rule. I didn't even know you were setting before you even came in to
Yeah.
literally co-owning a business. Like, now, what would you say to someone who's maybe on the fence? Someone's looking into this. There's a lot of stuff online that's kind of ruining it for the genuine stuff. What would you say to them to get over them fears or whatnot?
Yeah. Well, I say it all the time. It's a natural feeling as a human being to be feared, to have doubts. Now, I'm quite impulsive, and I think that was probably the best thing. I thought, you know what, head down, just go forward, go for it. I understand that a lot of people have doubts and fears, but the the best thing that I've got and the best thing I've done is actually just jumping, like just get off the fence because like imagine the regret of not of it not happening. And at the end of the day, there's money involved, but money goes around, like comes and goes no matter what. If you're not spending it or you're not investing it, it's going somewhere else. It's going in the pub, it's going on a bet, it's going fags, it's going vape, whatever it is, snus, anything. You know,
Yeah,
like people are spending their money, so it doesn't really matter. Like
yeah,
if you think about it logically, like if I invest so much, and this is what I always say, it's an absolutely unbelievable bet that you can bet on yourself,
yeah,
and the only thing that is against it is you. It's not like betting in football where you're waiting for a goal or you're waiting for something else to happen. It's you that actually has to make the to make it work. So it's your own responsibility. And if people that want to do it understand that it's not going to be uh, sunshine and rainbows. Like there is going to be days where you don't want to do it, but they're the best days. It's the same as the gym. It's the most rewarding after it. You don't want to go, and you go and you feel unreal after it. That is the point. It is work, but it is work that you can work anywhere in the world, and you gain skills that you'll never lose.
Yeah, 100%. Well, look, Adam, thank you very much for that. And yeah, looking forward to the next one, let's say in the next 6 months. Cheers.
Yeah, 100%.